Well, good day there, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Traplines and Inlines. Just up at camp here today. It's the first day of March. It's a real nice day, not quite as warm. It's nice and cool. Good day to be working outside, that's for sure. So I got enough paint there now for the job, so we're gonna keep working at painting the chicken coop. That's a big job here for this video, this trip anyway. So I have to go grab the ladder here from the cabin, and we'll get right at her. Yeah, it's a little windy here too. Got a nice little rain there last night, so it looks like everything played out with me running out of paint there. If I hadn't run out of paint, I would have paint rained on. So everything kind of just works out in the end, eh guys? So I made sure to buy plenty extra primer and paint, and if I have any extra, I'll just return it. But I definitely can't be running out twice. That would be just embarrassing. We've just been working away at all these little projects need to get done, left over from the fall, and then we can move on to new projects, which will be lots of fun. So well, coming along here pretty nicely, guys. Looks pretty good white, eh? Might have to leave her that way, save some money on paint. Just kidding. Silly Pooch laying in the chicken shit. What are you doing, bud? Get over here for the camera. Come on, bud. What do you figure? You like to see on the show, my boy? Anyway, feels like she might rain, boys. That wouldn't be too good. Do need the rain, but I would prefer it not to come while we're trying to paint here, but such is life. We'll just keep giving her, man. Just finished up with all the primer there. It took a little less than 2 cans of primer, so I'll have to return one and likely one of the paint too, unless I decide to add other coats or something. But yeah, it's going real good here, man. Just a little bit slow maybe. Don't know if it's gonna rain. Sure hope not at this point, but we'll get right on to the paint here. I'm very excited. I've decorated my clothing pretty good with white primer. That's no trouble. Great. Quite a mess. You don't want all that dirt in there. That's gonna blow away too. Okay, so this is Weather Shield red barn paint. I've known this chicken coop was gonna be red since I started painting it. You know, red just symbolizes agriculture for me, you know, the barns and whatnot. And it's dirt cheap paint, which is very important for me. Yep, that's red all right. It was just mixed up there, so I probably won't stir it. Hopefully she turns out good. I'm hopeful. And we're just gonna get right at her here. Make hay while the sun shines. Okay guys, let's hope for the best here. I'm not sure quite how this is gonna look just yet. It's not quite what I expected, but it should look pretty good. See, this stuff is going on quite a bit easier now that everything's smoothed out good here. And this primer has been drying quite a while on this side. It's taken me quite some time to do all the painting on the other sides. No, I'm just not sure how many coats we're gonna do here. We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll just put the first one on, see how she looks, and you know, you could always add more later on or come back and do touch-ups if you please. You know, if some of this OSB started peeling or something, but I think it should be pretty good. And keep you updated on the progress. She's kind of a windy one today. Well, watch yourself, bud. Well, I figured it'd be a good time to have dinner. I was just painting the stuff that I had done yesterday. The rest of the primer should get a little bit longer to dry. So we might as well have dinner early here. It's about, well, I guess it's 6. That's pretty standard. We'll get a fire going here, and then just get a fire going here, and then I think we're gonna have hot dogs for dinner. Just something simple. I picked some up on the way in. And then eat now while the paint's drying, and then we'll paint to dark there, and that should be all pretty good. So it's been spitting rain a little bit, but it looks like we're pretty well in the clear. It's kind of a cooler day today, which I don't mind, but that is going to rip, man, you bet. I don't like waiting for dinner, so I chuck about as much wood in there as she'll handle and hope for the best. So we get our grill put on here. It's not going to set quite right. It's on all this firewood. That's pretty good enough. A nice little rig here for cooking sausages and whatnot. There's quite a few here. I don't think I can eat 10 in one meal. So I think we'll go for 5 now and 5 tomorrow likely. Sliced off here. Oh, these are the stupid ones with the plastic wrapping. It's 2020. Why the fuck do we still have that? So annoying. Okay, maybe I overdid it just a little bit on the fire. Lord Murphy. Ugh. So, we'll see how she goes here. Yeah, those are pretty darn good hot dogs. Quick, easy, cheap meal. One thing's for sure, the dog, he'll never leave you alone when you're eating. He's a bit of a chunk, this one. That's why it's kind of nice to have a loft to the cabin too. I trust this dog with anything but food. One time this winter, I was just going out to get the water for the chickens. I left a full pack of deer sausage unthawing, like there's like 6 or 7 sausage there. Hell of a meal. I left it on the smoking hot wood stove. I came back and they had magically disappeared, and to this day we don't know what did it. Do we? It's still a fucking mystery, isn't it, bud? Oh, it's a funny story anyway. Well, I'm done first coat there. It's not quite deadly. It's well, it's still drying there. You can see it'll look very patchy, but even so, it's gonna be a little bit uneven. So it's the end of the day here now. We'll let that dry overnight and give her another coat in the morning. Hopefully it straightens it up a bit. It's just not quite deadly right now. It kind of looks like shit, but hopefully another coat should really help it. Lucky I got plenty enough paint for that, and should be much better. So stay tuned, guys. pretty nice looking sunset over there, but it's kind of hidden by all the trees and whatnot. But it's the end of the day here for me and Pooch, so we're gonna head her in there now. Looks very funny, the red chicken coop over there. It's gonna take some getting used to, eh, bud? I'll have to get right on that again first thing tomorrow morning. Well, it's another nice morning in the bush. We're just getting going here, me and Pooch, having some good old coffee. Now, took a look at the chicken coop. Looks a little better today. I'm pretty sure this second coat will look a little better. Well, I really think second coat's looking quite a bit nicer. It's still dry in there, so it's a little blotchy yet. Should be pretty good though, I think. We very well might have enough for a third coat if it's still not even enough. I think it's just tough on the OSB, but I'm not a very experienced painter either, which... Well, there was sure an incredible difference between the first and second coats. I'm really happy about that. Like, look at this side, that looks really quite nice. The worst spot right now is the front, and I started there and I shouldn't have. I should have started in the back. See, I got a mess of next project there in the back. See, that looks good, man. Looks really quite nice. Problem is, I think I should have probably put 2 coats of primer to begin with. Like, the first coat went on really quite thick, and I think that was a problem. So I'm kind of correcting that as I put more coats. Also, painting inexperience. I'm getting better as I go. Like, this second coat on the front looks a lot better, but I still got plenty more paint left. Like, every coat goes on thinner because the texture is quite a bit smoother. It smooths out as you go, of course. So I'll probably put another coat. I definitely will. Just having a quick bite to eat while I literally wait for paint to dry. This is Quaker's instant oatmeal. It's cookies and cream or whatever. It's real good. So I usually just put 2 packages in here. I find it takes just a little less than a cup of water. And this is steaming hot, of course. Little less. They tell you to put a cup, but then a little soupy. So put that in there now. Now we have some deadly oatmeal there, and it tastes really quite nice. Yeah, kind of nice. It's flavored actually. It's not so bland. Tastes really good. Well, that was good feed. Pretty good. I was gonna tell you, I got a bear tag in my pocket too there now. It's bear season. I really prefer not to use it, and I mean that. Like, nothing about bear hunting interests me any. I haven't seen any bears just round close here this year, which is good, knock on wood. But there comes a point where it's just too close. Like that one bear I shot like literally 20 yards from where we're sitting, that's too close. You have bears that close, you're gonna have problems. He's gonna be back again, so probably 25, 40 yards maybe from the chicken coop or cabin, and that's the line, you know. Like, some people got a little stupid about me shooting that bear. Like, I didn't want to shoot that bear, but if he's too close, he's too close, right? Like, he'll be back again. And all it takes is for me to not really be paying attention there a second, and dog gets tangled up with him. You know, they can't be that close. That's just obvious. So, hopefully I don't have to use it too. But you just never know. Up in the bush, eh? Everything's pretty unpredictable. We're gonna have to go get well, we gotta wait a little longer on this paint before we go for the third coat. Jesus, this is becoming a big job. So I'm gonna go get some rocks there. Need to put a few more underneath it and close off that gap there. So we'll have to go do that right away, and then I have to plan a bit for how I want to build this chicken run. I'm just not sure how I want to do it, but we'll just have to see, take it day by day. But that'll be a project for the next trip. We'll finish up all the fancy trim and soffit once we're done painting, and then get working on the run, because I want to put them outside, and you know, it'll be kind of like, when I'm around here I'll let them out, but like if I go to town for the day, I'll just leave them inside because it's not worth the risk. And you know, I'm pretty well most of the time just out here in the yard anyway, and then that'll be all good, right? But getting all my chicken feed hauled in. All right, now we'll go get some rocks and whatever else. Oh, and I have pretty well all the soffit and fascia I need. It's just sitting in a pile here from the cabin build. It's not going to take much because we got minimal eaves on this chicken coop, so it won't be much of an expense, which is awesome. Well, I just finished up third coat there, and I think it's looking damn good. This stuff is just drying a bit more. What I'm doing now is just adding some more rocks on the front and on the right side, and it's pretty well purely just decorative. I don't like the hole being able to see underneath there, and like the thing is solid. It's sitting on rocks and foundation blocks, and a lot of the skids are right on the ground. It's really quite solid, but we're just making it look a little better. Also had to clear out this space. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put my fencing there. I don't want them to be able to go underneath, or for other things to come from up underneath, so just get that figured out here. Yeah, she's really looking sharp there now, guys. Apart from a few areas there we're still working on yet. The rocks there, that really helped kind of fill in the space there. Don't think I have quite enough paint to do a fourth coat, but it's looking damn good how it's at. Oh, the sun, boys. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, that'll probably be about it for today. I'm gonna haul back the extra rocks. What's it, 7:30 here? This project has just become much longer than it's supposed to be. Yeah, man, we're having hot dogs again. Gotta use them up, they just go bad, eh? So this wood we got there the other day has been burned real good, man. Holy. I keep building these stupid fires, but there's only 2 logs on there. Hey? It's just really good wood. Anyway. Oh Jesus, I'm too close to the fire. I'm just gonna sharpen up my axe here because it's duller than the Prime Minister. And believe me, that's fucking dull. Holy shit. So, you see here, this is a $35 axe, and I beat the shit out of it. You see, I took a chunk out of there. I think I hit a rock, don't know. And I just sharpen it with a square file, and it works good. Now, this is why, like, I love decent tools at a good price. You know, like something like an axe. Some people spend a lot of money on an axe. For me, 35 bucks, that's great, because I'm probably gonna lose it or beat it off a rock. And when it's a $35 axe, I just don't really care. If it was plenty more expensive, well then I'd probably care. So I love the cheap shit, I really do. But I've hit multiple rocks here by the looks of it, but that's fine. Now if this was a more expensive axe, it probably wouldn't chip so damn bad, but you know, I still think the same principle applies. Like, it didn't even want to get into the wood there. Holy fuck, that's sharp already. Could probably sharpen the maul here too. We're gonna have to go get some more wood here pretty quick. It's possible I sharpened it a tad too thin and that's why it damaged so easy, but I doubt it. Oh man, like, shave with that. See, this is how sharp I want it. See? I'm fucking whittling away at the wood. This isn't a good example. I don't think they can see us. See, like, in just like 3 minutes, we've went from duller as a rock to, you know, you can carve wood with her here now. That's what we want. Got this real nice kit. Oh fuck, that's a massive fire. Got this nice little kit, Princess Auto, like $8 or something stupid. It's got all the different files for your chainsaw, 3 different sizes. And then it's got your file holder. It's a guide to what angle you sharpen at. Do I go 25 degrees? I think. Can't remember. And whatever this is raker guard. Is that what they're called? Yeah, I think so. Or raker guide or whatever the fuck it is. And nice little handle. Works good. Okay, I better not burn the hot dogs. Okay, we'll get these dandied up here now, boys. You know what? I'm even feeling creative today. We'll put on some mustard. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Looks like I got a couple of these little crests. You building these stupid fires. Well, just having some good old bush tea with honey. And enjoying the night with the pooch. Are you in the film, bud? Can they see where you're at? Hope so. It's nice having Pooch Man keep me company in the bush. He's a great dog. I love him. I really do, don't I? But oh, dude, Jesus, don't be doing that now. Yeah. So, plan for tomorrow. Well, I better check my list. Tomorrow, drink shitloads of bush coffee. Check. Do as much soffit and fascia as we can with whatever supplies we got. You know, use up everything that we can. And then gonna have to kind of do some calculations, kind of what I want for the chicken run and how much trim I need for the windows. Work on the videos and put them out tomorrow. We'll probably head back and then upload the videos and then work on more work on getting the supplies come up next time and work on lots of stuff there too. Get the run all done and all that stuff, and then I can forget about that forever. Check. And there's lots of little projects there as well. After that, I might stain up the shit shack. I'll have to put the eaves on my cabin. I bought them last fall. I already got them, and have to build or buy a rain barrel or 2 and collect rainwater. You use it for cleaning and watering the chickens, and that should do it. I think my roof will produce that much, and if not, like, just still get from the slough. It'll be easier having it right here handy, as well as some of my sloughs are starting to dry up and they're gonna get pretty rank once they get a lot of heat in them. And yeah, like that big jug there, I don't know how many liters it is. Geez, is it 20 liters? I don't know, but that's lasted me like 10 days here. It's like half full still, because all it's being used for is bush coffee and bush tea and a little bit of rice and macaroni and stuff. So very easy on the water that way, which is great because it's a pain to haul it up. Anyway, finish our tea and enjoy the night here with Pooch, like I said, and then cash in for the night. I'm tired. This chicken coop sure taking me a lot longer than I figured. I figured I'd be done by now. It's painting like we did. We painted the entire chicken coop 4 times. Good God. took a while, but sure looks good over there. It looks funny red. It's like, yeah, you're not used to it, eh? So. Okay, over and out. Okay, my boy, it's time for bed. In you go. In you go, Poochie. In you go, big butt guy. Get over there. In you go. In you go, man. Good boy. In your chair you go, bud. In you go. Ha, he loves it. Cabin is staying quite a bit cleaner now that I got my shelf over here, so that's good. I always hit my head off this fucking thing. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Up in the loft there now. On my desk here and all my other shit. After dark, I usually just work on the video I shot for the day. It takes me like 3 hours a day, probably. It's quite a while, and if I still am, usually that takes me, you know, right to bedtime or whatever. But sometimes I have extra time, so I game out hard. No Wi-Fi style. Playing solitaire or spider, this one's called. It's good fun, man. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. If I had Wi-Fi up here, I would just get distracted and be on stupid shit there instead of getting shit done. So I really like it this way. Like, I could probably get wireless internet out here, but I don't know if I even want it. And I definitely don't want to pay for it, right? So anyway, guys, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Lots to do. This wind, it sure bothers my video making. It keeps getting picked up with the mic, and it's really driving me crazy. I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, guys, so we're just working on the chicken coop here now. It looks like we're gonna run out of fascia, but we should have just about enough soffit for the job. There's a few things here I didn't really mention. You see, right now this particularly looks like shit, how I've just painted over the nailing fin here. But once we put the window trim, it'll really sharpen that up and really make it pop, because it doesn't look good where it's at now. And then you can see there's my fascia on the up there, and that's what I'm gonna run out of. And here's all our soffit. Some of this stuff got beat up a little, so I have to cut it out. You know, I don't want that. But I'm already done the back here now. You can see how that's done, and it really sharpens up the look of the structure. It sure does. And I started on the back this time, a little rusty, but it's looking pretty darn good there, man. Some of that stuff a little dented there, the one piece, that's too bad. But once we get the rest of this soffit on, and then the fascia and the window trim, it'll really look quite nice. But a little rough around the edges here at the moment. So you can see I've got my J channel. It's level there, so my soffit goes in nice and level. And we'll show you some of that here now. So this is really just my kind of job. It's easy to do, it's very forgiving, and it really makes things look nice when you get her done. So I need these at 15 1/4. Now it really is forgiving, because you got about an inch there of leeway either way. So I go a little bit shorter because I don't want it sticking out the end, and you can make adjustments as you go. But so far I haven't had to, so that's good to know that my my rafter tails are straight and whatnot. So then I just follow along the lines here on the slots, and you can get a nice straight cut. Like I said, it's forgiving. This is really a nice pair of tin snips. The only thing that kind of sucks is cutting tin. You know, you can rip your hands apart. I hate working with gloves. Absolutely hate it. So I just rip my hands apart instead. Now these are tongue and groove, of course. So you slide them in, and then you bolt them off, right? And you go the whole way like that. These ones are a little dirty, but they'll come clean over time. Hopefully we have enough soffit, and then I think we'll just need 3 more pieces of fascia. And this is great, use up the stuff I already had. Let's put some of these in. Alrighty then. So got our first one in there. The other one hit the ground. And all we're gonna do here, put it into our J channel. Make sure it's the right way. And then we'll just lock in the tongue and groove there. We'll put 1 screw right at the joint through both pieces. One right in the center. I really like aluminum soffit. You can really rip doing it this way. Like you cut 3 or 4 pieces and you make her halfway. You know, it's deadly easy. It's low maintenance, unlike if you had plywood soffit and you have to worry about it rotting out or stuff. It works really nice, and it gives ventilation to the eaves, I guess, too, with slots in them. But you see there on the corner, we're gonna put fascia there on that kind of bird box ugly deal I got going there, and then that will really clean that up. And yeah, we'll just rip here. Pretty straightforward. Starting to come together pretty nicely here, guys. Quick 20-minute job. That really looks nice. It sure does. I love it. You know, I think it's gonna perform, you know, a real drastic change here once we put on the finishing touches. And I wish it could be in this video. I guess you might just have to trust me a bit that it'll turn out half decent, because you know it doesn't look too great right now, but I'm quite certain. So yeah, have some faith in me maybe. What do you figure, Pooch? We have run out of projects now. It was good. We used up all the soffit, and we spent $125 on paint, which isn't bad. But we put a lot on there, used the cheap stuff, 25 bucks a can. Would have cost me a hell of a lot more to do something else with it, like siding or something. And you know, it's low budget, looks good enough, right, Pooch? What do you figure? Well, that's it for us today, guys. Me and Pooch, man, we're gonna head back early here. Start getting all our supplies ready for next trip. Just about there. We'll come up next video. Put on the finishing touches, and then we'll build the chicken run and have it so they're able to go outside there in the next video. So that'll be just awesome, and then I'm done with the chicken coop and can forget about it for a long time, so that'll be great. But yeah, we got lots of things to work on tonight, Pooch man, so we better head her. Thanks everybody for watching the show. I think we hit 10K there the other day. I just don't know. I haven't checked in a while, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So thanks a lot for that, guys. That's awesome. Over now, guys. All the best. Stay safe.